Hey y'all, how you doing today? It is Thursday. I have to remind myself of that a couple times throughout the day. It is Thursday and outside it is rainy. Um, so I hope you are enjoying the inside weather, whatever that is for y'all. All right, I'm gonna give everyone a couple minutes to join in here. And as we do that, I am so excited for today because I have a lot of different prizes to give away that I cannot wait for y'all to get. All right. All right, and I have Rebecca in the room with me today. She is going to be letting me know when y'all arrive so that I can say hi to you. And she is also going to be instrumental in the prizes that are going to be given out towards the end of this webinar. So make sure you stay tuned for those prizes. Like I said, I cannot wait for you to get those. All right, we have a couple people on with us. If you're here and watching, make sure you say, hey, put your name in the comments, let me know so we can give you a quick little shout out. That's all part of today's giveaways as well. Are you ready to get started? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here so that you can see what I'm looking at, and we will go ahead and jump to it. All right, so Rebecca, if anyone says hi or wants a special call out, just let me know who they are. Oh, we have a lot of people saying hi. Oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all your names. Welcome, I'm glad you're here. All right, so I was about 2 minutes late today. So instead of 3:53, it was 3:55. I needed some technical help today. It's been a long day for Mara. And in case you didn't know, I'm Mara. This is the first time you're watching our Facebook Lives here. I am Mara. I'm the website manager here for our office, and the reason why we did 3:53 was because it's such an odd number, right? If you have a meeting at 2:30, that's very easy to remember. But if you have a meeting at 3:53, you're definitely going to remember that because it's very different from what other people are doing. That's part of what we do here at Ugly Mug is we try to be different. One of our older sayings was be a purple cow. So cows are not purple. They're black and white, brown, all black, all white, stuff like that. They are not purple. Purple cows stand out. They're different from everyone else. So we want to be the purple cows. That's why, here we go. I got some of your names here. We got Daniel, Joshua, Megan, John. I see y'all coming through. Hello, hello, hello. Steve. Keep them coming. And just a side note, all of your comments today go towards one of the prizes we're giving away. So any questions you have, anytime you say hi, stuff like that, all goes towards those prizes. Back to being a purple cow, we want to stand out and be different. And all of that is shown through our work, how we do work, our interactions with each other, and also in this webinar title. So 3:53, there is a meaning for it, but it's also to stand out, to be different, to make a splash, basically. So today we're talking about 3 reasons why your website isn't getting you customers and some quick and painless ways to fix it. Like I said before, each of these numbers, 3, 5, and 3, all have a reason or something behind it that we're going to break down. So we have the 3-second rule. That's the first 3. We have the critical 5 questions. That's your number 5. And we have the 3 C's of design. That's your second 3. If we go ahead and put the PM on there, since it's in the afternoon, we have pictures and memes that I'll break down for you as we go through it. That's a brief overview about what we're talking about. And before I go ahead and walk through some common facts about myself, uncommon, I want to go ahead and tell you how you can be entered to win today's prizes. So one of the things, if you got our email this morning, was we have over $353 worth of prizes that we're giving out today. The biggest one is that $100 Amazon gift card. And I'm going to tell you right now how you can get entered to win that. For every person who shares this live, so go to your Facebook page, click share. You're watching it on your Facebook page, just click share at the bottom. Every time you do that, it'll be added as one entry to get that $100 gift certificate. And Rebecca is going to be writing down all of your names. And at the very, very end, we're going to go ahead and pick someone's name from the hat. So if you can't stay the whole time, that's okay. Share it anyway. Make sure your name gets entered into the drawing, and we'll send you a message if you're not here by the end of this. Okay, that is the first one. The $100 Amazon gift card, you get entered to win that every time this Facebook Live gets shared. The second one is the $50 Starbucks gift card. Now, we said Starbucks because that's universal across the United States. But if you're here locally in Cenla and you want to support one of our local companies like Tampa and Grind, Little Cakes with Big Attitude, anyone like that, just let us know whenever you win, and we will go ahead and make sure we get that for that specific company. So in order to get that coffee gift card, any comment you say, so when I said earlier, anyone who says hi is already entered, that's what I'm meaning. For any comment that you put, that's how you get entered to win. We also have some website audits to give away and a book to give away as well, and we'll talk about those more later. So this is me. As you can see here, I love my dog. I love hiking, time with my friends. All of that is stuff that makes me tick and fuels my tank, especially outdoors. I love getting to spend time hiking. If you know of any great hiking trails, put them in the comments. Let me know, because I want to go to any new trail that I haven't been on. Are you guys ready? I'm going to check in and see how y'all are doing very quickly. Oh, hey, Leanne. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Gino. I see y'all there. Love it. Okay. We are going to get started here. Last year, 2020, was a year. It was a very difficult year. It was a year that required a lot of change and adaptation very, very quickly from everyone. It was pretty much an overnight change where one day we were at work and the next day everyone was home. With that quick change, most companies were able to adapt very quickly on how they did stuff. And that's really great. And this number here is on here for a very, very important reason. So from the year 2019 to the year 2020, I believe this was from third quarter to third quarter, the amount of people that used the internet or were online jumped by 17%. That's a massive amount when you're talking about the world. That's a lot of people. The reason I put this here is from 2019 to 2020, in 2020, theoretically, your company could have seen an increase in website traffic, in sales from the website, in contacts from the website. And if you didn't, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about 3 different things on what could have possibly prevented somebody who looked at your website, who saw your website, from just a casual viewer to actually becoming a client. So we're going to talk through those today. And I want you to remember this, because even through all of the hardships that happened in 2020, all of the weird things, all of the changes that had to be made, and honestly are still being made for most cases around the world, positive things have come out of that. Growth has come out of that, and it's given us an opportunity to expand our businesses. And so keep all that in the back of your mind as we're going through today's webinar, to remind yourself that even though it seemed and was very bad, there's always something that can be learned from anything that happens and can be used for your business. So here we go. We're going to start with the number 3, the first 3 in 353, and it stands for the 3-second test. So I have a couple of things for you today that I want you to try for your own website. We're going to do it with a couple different websites first, and then I want you to use this for your own company website. Okay, the 3-second rule. You have, now this number changes depending which stat you're looking at and who you're talking to, but roughly you have about 3 seconds from when someone lands on your page to convince them to stay and actually do something on your page. Very, 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 very important. Your site needs to load fast, extremely fast, honestly. 47% of internet users will leave a website after 2 seconds if it doesn't load, which honestly, if you think about it, that's a long time to wait online. We're used to everything being instant. So when I type something and I click enter, I want it to pop up immediately, right? And so if it's longer than 2 seconds, you're there waiting. You're like, is this, what's going on? Why isn't it loading? Your site needs to load fast. That's one of the things that you need to keep in mind whenever you're doing this test, or even when you're just looking at your website. Site needs to load fast. Your headline needs to capture attention. So whatever that first initial, whether it be a video, an image, some sort of text, whatever that is, needs to get somebody's attention to get them to pause and look at it for longer than 3 seconds. The text that you do have on your site, whatever is in, we call it above the fold. So before anyone has to scroll on the page, whatever is in there needs to be scannable. I need to be able to look at it and say, okay, got it. I know who this is. I know what they do. People actually only read 28% of what's on the website. So whatever text is on your site, about a fourth of it is actually going to be read. So make sure your text is scannable. That means you have bullet points, you have large titles, you separate paragraphs so that people can see it. Make sure you use your white space. So that's all the space that's not used by text or images or videos. Make sure that's used well to draw people's eyes where you want them to go. And then the last one here, clear call to action. So when someone is coming to your website, they're first going to say, well, after it loads, who are you? What do you do? To make sure they're actually on the right site. And then, what am I supposed to do when I get here? When I get to the website, what am I supposed to do? So that clear call to action needs to be in the above the fold section. So again, that's before anyone scrolls, needs to be there, very quick, and tells them exactly what to do when they land on your site. Okay, that was a lot. Let's actually do this, okay? So I'm gonna count, you have 3 seconds. I'm gonna add the Mississippi in there so that it's slightly longer for you. But what I want you to do, when I scroll to this next slide here, I want you to look at the website because I have some questions for you whenever the 3 seconds is up. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, That was very, very short. And Rebecca, if anyone answers these questions here, just go ahead and let me know who they are. Okay. What was the website? What was the website's name? If you know it, let us know. Type it in the comments. Let us know. The next question, what do they sell or do? And then the last question here, one thing you remember from that page. Who do we have? Man, y'all are answering great. I can't wait. So what was the website? Did anyone put that answer? Tesla. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go back to this screen here so you can see it. Tesla does a really, really good job of capturing your attention immediately by that large, beautiful car that's looking right at you, right? So it is the way that they use the space on the edges, and then the bright red car draws your eye directly to the center of the page. And if you know the symbol, you know their logo, you can see the Tesla right on the front of the car, but you can also see it in the top left-hand corner of their website. So great, that's excellent. And well, since I already went back, you've got a chance to see it. So we'll go ahead and answer the other questions there. One of the main things that people remember when they're looking at this site is that bright red car. That's instant. Okay, we're gonna try this again. So get ready to type your answers in. We're about to do it. The next one is a little harder. So make sure you look at it very quickly. I'm gonna count you down. You ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, what was that website? This one is a little harder than the Tesla site. And if you don't remember like their actual name, what did they do? What do they sell? And if you're not sure, just let me know one thing that you remembered off of that site. Does anyone remember what the site was? Gift Rocket, yep, perfect. Based off of that, what does Gift Rocket do? And if you couldn't tell, Rebecca's around the corner here, so that's why I keep looking. Yep. Yeah, so remember, you have 3 seconds. When someone is looking at your site, they're looking at your site, they want to get the very important information very, very quickly. Now, I'm pretty impressed that y'all were able to remember it was Gift Rocket. That's excellent. And they do a great job here with the very clear icons. And if you're looking at this site for longer than 3 seconds, you'll be able to tell what they do right over here. You can send gifts, usually in the form of gift cards. You can send them to anybody that you want. They do also have like gift boxes you can make and stuff like that to have it be a little more fun. But I wanted to point out a couple things on their website here. So even though it's not as picturesque as the Tesla site, you're still able to remember what the company was. And if you stayed on for just slightly bit longer, you'd be able to tell what they do. But Gift Rocket does an amazing job of having one clear call to action as soon as you come to the website. And you can see that right here. It says send a Gift Rocket. Very easy, straightforward. If I'm coming to give gifts to somebody, I know exactly what to do. Okay, now pull up your website. And if you don't have a computer or a tablet or somewhere else to pull it up on, you can do this at a later time. But I want you to do the exact same thing that we did with those 2 sites and do it with your website. I want you to pull it up. Give yourself 3 seconds. That's it. 3 seconds. Now, you know your website. You've worked on it. You've seen it. You might have even possibly built it. So that gives you kind of an advantage. So take that 3 seconds. You already have that background information in your mind. Give yourself only 3 seconds and answer those exact same questions. What's the website? You know what it is. That's easy. What do you do? From that 3 seconds, are you able to tell what you do? You only have 3 seconds. And then, what is the most memorable thing about your site in 3 seconds that someone can see? And if you want to take it a step further, go ahead and call someone in. It doesn't have to be in your office, could be a family member. Pull them in and say, hey, I got this website for you to check out. Open it up, count to 3, and then close your computer. And ask them these same questions. Don't give them any heads up. I gave y'all a heads up. I gave you a little bit of, hey, this is what you want to look for. You have 3 seconds, right? Don't give them anything. See what they tell you. This is going to be very telling for your website to see if someone who's hasn't been to it or doesn't know it very well can tell you what it is, what you do, and something very memorable from that site in less than 3 seconds. That's going to be very, very, very telling. Okay, that was a lot, right? I want to take a break and let y'all know how to get entered to win. So we already talked about the Starbucks gift cards. Every comment you make gets you entered in to win that Starbucks gift card or a coffee gift card, depending where you're located. But let's go back to the Amazon gift card. Every time this gets shared, that enters you into win the $100 gift card. I'm going to bring this up again so you, anyone who is new watching this or logs on later will have the same opportunities. Like I said at the beginning, we're going to go ahead and pick the winner at the very end. And if you can't stay that long, that's perfectly okay. I just want to let you know that we'll send you a message to congratulate you on winning. But that's how you get entered to win, is by sharing this Facebook Live. Okay, we just talked about websites. We just talked about 3 seconds. When you get to someone's website, you have to be able to know who they are, what they do, and something like sticks out very, very quickly. So if you want, I have 2 website audits that I want to give away for free. Normally they're around $295 for these website audits, but I want to go ahead, since we're talking about things that we can do to create clients from a website, from the viewers to your website, I want to go ahead and give away one of those now. So if you want the website audit, what that will be is a phone call or a video call with me. We'll go through your website page by page. We'll answer some key questions, make sure some top things are on your homepage, and then we'll leave that time with some actionable items for you to take in order to help your website transition those viewers into actual clients. So if you want that audit, go ahead and put something in the comments about the website audit, how you want it, and Rebecca is going to go ahead and pick somebody in the next 3 or so minutes. Let me know your name and we'll go ahead and get that scheduled for you after this. Okay, so the first thing, so at the very, very beginning, we talked about 3 things that is causing your website not to create clients. If your website is not able to answer these 3 questions within 3 seconds, so that 3-second test, that's one reason why you're not able to convert those clients. The second one right here is improper or non-use of the critical 5 questions. I'm going to go through these with you in detail because they're very important to the content that's on your site, as well as the design of your site. So the 5 in 353 stands for the critical 5 questions. The first question is, who is here? Who is coming to your website? You need to know this answer. What are their interests? What do they know about your company? So that's kind of like, what's their level of expertise? Do they know all the ins and outs, the acronyms that you use. Are they looking for techie stuff? Or are they looking for a brief overview? Do they have lots of time in their hands, or do they not have a lot of time on their hands? You need to know these answers in order to help you form the content around your clients, basically. The cool part about this question here is you can ask it for each different page on your website. So who's coming to the site? Who's showing up at the homepage? Who's showing up at the contact page? They could have different answers or slightly different answers. So someone who's coming to your contact page is probably very interested in figuring out how to contact you. So that's getting a phone number, an email address, finding your office hours, actually wanting to write something to you, maybe on a contact form. They have a very specific reason for showing up on that contact page. So the people who are coming directly to your homepage may just be finding out about you. So what's on your homepage needs to reflect that. You need to be able to reach the people who are coming to your homepage. So ask those questions. What's the level of expertise? What do they want to know? What are the key things that they need to take away when they go to your website? That's the first question. Who's here? Second question, what action should they take? Now, you heard me talk about the call to action earlier, and this is where the call to action and your goal of the website kind of mesh. So when someone comes to your website, are you telling them what to do when they get there? If you aren't telling them what to do, why? What do you want someone to do when they get to your website? Is it to call you? Is it to fill out an application form? Is it to purchase something? Those are all call to actions, sorry, that you can have for your website that are key to not only providing clarity for your viewers, but also for helping you use your website as a tool. So, what action should they take when they get to the page? Again, just like the first question, this answer can be different depending on which page you're at. So the action that someone takes on the contact page could be different than the action that you want them to take on the homepage. If you're selling something, you have an e-commerce store, your homepage call to action would most likely be to purchase whatever the product is. Whereas the action you want them to take on the contact page would be to actually reach out to you. So you can have different answers for these questions. Just make sure the content that's on those pages, the design of those pages, relates to what you want them to do when they get to the site. Question number 3, when should they take it? So the cool part about a virtual presence or an online presence is that people can look at it no matter where they are in the world and at any time. So you want whenever you're telling someone to do something, you want it to be clear on what they're supposed to do and when they're supposed to do it. The when becomes tricky if you don't actually say it. So you can use, like if you have office hours listed, that's a great way of showing people when they can call you without actually saying, call us between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., right? If you just have office hours listed or business hours listed as 8 to 4, when I look at your site and I'm on your contact page and I want to call you, I'm going to be able to see, oh, okay, they're closed. It's 4:30. So make it crystal clear. If there's a deadline for something, especially applications, or when someone can view something specific, if there's a timeline, make sure it's there, crystal clear in front of them, so that they're not confused. Honestly, the main goal of all of these questions is clarity for your viewers. You want, when someone comes to your site, you don't want them to be confused. You want them to know exactly who you are, what you do, and why they should interact with you. And so that's what these 5 questions ultimately answers or helps answer. All right, number 4 here. Why should they take it? So that was the question I just mentioned. If I'm a viewer to your site and I'm looking at your site, I see the call to action. I see that you want me to purchase this product from you, right? Why should I do it? What do I get out of that? So not, I'm the best, my company's the greatest, we do things really fast, great customer service. Those are all like smaller reasons, but why, as a customer, why should I want to actually purchase this item from you? Is it your attention to detail? Is it the actual product itself? Why should someone take the action you want them to take when they get to your site? The answer to that helps you sculpt the content, so that's the text or the image and the design of that specific page, so that it all leads to convincing me or encouraging me to actually take that action. All right, last question for the critical 5, and that is, how can you convince them? So what can you use on your website? So that could be graphics, it could be videos, it could be images. What can you use in the design or in the text to convince people to actually take that action that you want them to take? Go through your website. I encourage you to go through and ask these 5 questions of your site and see if you can answer them, or get somebody from outside your company to do it so that they don't have that background knowledge. These will help create an experience for the people who are coming to your site to actually walk them through the process of a casual viewer turning into a client for you. You got to have those 5 questions answered on your site. And it's very, very important to do so throughout each page. Okay, I know that was a lot of talking and a lot all at once. So I'm going to check in with Rebecca and see if we have a winner for the page. Who do we have? Oh, she has a couple. She is spinning them around. Joshua Day. You have won the first website audit. So we're going to go ahead and keep those other names that were listed, and we're going to put them into the second website audit. So Joshua Day, you win the first one. Congratulations. But that second one, if you want to be entered to win that free website audit, go ahead and type in the comments now. Rebecca's going to take your name down, and then she'll go ahead and choose another winner here in a couple minutes. Let us know. You can say, I want the website audit, I need that, something like that. All right. This is one of my favorite quotes out of my newest favorite book. So people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. This book right here, I don't know if you can see it. It's called Start With Why. It's probably backwards for you. I'm sorry. Start With Why by Simon Sinek. And let me tell you, this is a great book. I don't have a business, and I am still finding things in here that have helped me become a better leader, a better coworker, and honestly, a better friend. So it doesn't always have to do with your business. Definitely has implications for that, but you can use it throughout your entire life. Why you do something is major. That's a huge thing. So if you tell people what you want them to do and when you want it done, without saying why, what's the reasoning behind it, answer that question. So answer why for them. And it'll make a huge difference on convincing people to actually do what you want them to do, as well as helping out your company. So We're going to do a back-to-back giveaway. So if you want that website audit, go ahead and comment, I want that website audit. If you want the book, let me know you want the book and I will send this to you. It's a great book. I wish I could read some of the top things I have for you. Here's one right here. Passion comes from feeling like you are a part of something that you believe in, something bigger than yourself. Do the viewers who are coming to your website, can they tell if you have a passion for what you do? You got to be able to start with that question. So why do you do what you do? And your website has to show that. So again, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. That's another thing on why people don't actually buy from you. So if you tell someone to purchase something, they're more likely to listen to somebody else who's talking about you than if you're talking about your own company. And if you think through that a second, so if I'm talking about my own company and I'm trying to get someone to purchase from my company, people are thinking, okay, why is she telling me to do that? Is it for herself? But if I am telling somebody about somebody else's company and why they should work with them, they're not, the person who's listening isn't second guessing, is that for her? Is she being selfish? They're honestly at that point, they're thinking, okay, she's telling me about this other company here who did something really great for her. I need to listen to what she's saying because they worked out for her. So taking other people's word, that's like a testimonial or review or something like that, is really, really important because it's adding that realness to the why. So it's answering that question without actually answering the question for your viewers. Keep that in mind. Okay. The last three in 353, the 3 C's of design: content, contrast, and composition. So one of the things that we take very importantly here at Ugly Mug is that first one, content. Content is the most important one out of all of those three. It determines how you create something. It determines the messaging or the graphics or the visuals that you use in that design. So very, very important to know the reasoning, so the content behind why you're doing something. So honestly, we're answering this question, start with why. We are going back to, okay, if you are creating a brochure, why? Why are you creating this brochure? What's the reasoning behind it that you need to put in all this information? Always start with the question why. Answer that through your designs and it'll make them a whole lot better. So first one, content, most important out of all three of them. This could include video, it could be the image, it could be graphics, it could be the specific text, but behind all of that, it's the message for the design. Content is very important. I'm going to show you the difference between good content and bad content. And you can see that right in front of you here. This is the exact same text on both. And you can definitely see a difference. So this is very generic. This is not about any specific company. And on the bad side, you see our products and services are good. Don't you want them? You should pay money for them. And when we're reading that, we're like, yeah, I would not use that at all. That's terrible, right? But even if the text isn't that blatantly bad, make sure you're reading through it to answer the why behind what you're saying through your content. So you'll see the difference over here. It says our products and services were made for you. It will change the way you do life. If you act now, below will include 10% off your first product or service. So it's answering the question why. Why should I act now? It says right there, it's going to change the way I do my life. Content is key. Very, very, very important to your website and what you put on your site. Remember, content isn't just text. It also is the images, the graphics, anything that's helping your message be told, that's content. Ready to move on to the next one? Contrast. Contrast is all of the elements that make your design stand out. And some of those elements right here are type, color, texture, size, shape, and it could include images as well. All of that helps present your message. So I'm going to go ahead and flip here so that you can see good contrast versus bad contrast. And you can see right here, again, it's very blatantly bad. So it's red on orange. Not a good combination, especially with these different weights of the colors here. I cannot read very easily what this says. Whereas if you see on the right-hand side here, the contrast between the white and the orange stands out incredibly. If you answer the first part about the content first, you're going to be able to put contrast into your design, specifically where it relates to certain aspects of that content to help get your message across. So you'll see here, the first thing that you see is this fish right up here at the top. That's the important part of this message that is wanted to get across here, is who the company is. So make sure you start with content and then go to contrast. And then the last one here is composition. So composition is the actual layout of the design. It's the layout of the text, how they interact with the images or the graphics, how everything works together. Leading lines. So where is your eye drawn when you're looking at the graphic? Where is the balance to the image or graphic? And then the alignment as well. How does everything look together? I'm going to show you again an example of a bad versus a good. And you'll see on the side, the bad side over here, it is again blatantly bad. But I want to point out a couple different things. So one thing over here, this text and spacing, you'll see right here, this is very, very close to that title, and this is further away. It's not massive, so it's not something that's sticking out right in front of your face, but it's something that's subtle in the back of your mind. You're registering it. You might not be able to put your finger on it immediately, but you're focused on it. Like you saw it and it doesn't look right to you. All of that, all of your alignment, all of the balance stuff, that directly affects how somebody looks at your company whenever they're seeing whatever the design is. So you want to make sure that all three of those, the content, the contrast, and the composition are all working to answer the why question for your company. So it could be a business card, it could be a brochure, it could be your website. The designs on each of those need to relate to each other in answering the why behind whatever it is you're trying to say in the actual text or in the images or in the graphics. All right, so we talked through the three. We talked, hold on, here we go. We just talked through the 3 C's of design. That was the last 3 there. So we had the 3 C's of design, we had the critical 5 questions, and then we had the 3-second rule. All 3 of those different things directly impact whether or not your website is converting viewers to clients. All right, I'm going to check in with Rebecca here and see if we have a winner for that second website audit. See, she's filtering through. She has them on little white pieces of paper. Amber Friedrich. you have won the second website audit. Congratulations. And Rebecca said that we also have a winner for the book. So this book, my newest favorite book, Start With Why, we also have a winner. So let's go ahead and let them know who that is. Oh, Miss Bonnie. Woohoo! You will absolutely love this book. Yeah, I could go on and on talking about it. You will love it. All right. So at the very beginning, I mentioned we were talking about those 3 key things that directly impacted whether or not we turned viewers into clients. And I have 2 additional bonus tips for you. The first one, we're going to go back to the 3:53 p.m. stands for P. A picture is worth 1,000 words. I don't know if you caught it at the very beginning what I said. People only read 28% of the text that is on your website. So if they're not going to read what's on your site, you have to give them other ways to get the same information. Pictures, videos, very, very important in helping you do that. So 2 of my favorite pictures are coming up next. This is just to show the point that a picture can say a whole lot more than I can say with my words. In order to describe this picture to you, it would probably take, well, apart from webinars, I don't talk a lot, so I could probably get through this conversation in maybe 3 minutes or so. But the story behind this picture is worth at least 1,000 words. I'll give you a quick, brief little overview of what it is. I went hiking and camping in Tennessee in the Smoky Mountains. Had a blast. It's amazing. If you haven't been, go. And my friends and I, we were staying at a cabin, and this is a mama bear, and her 3 cubs actually came right up next to the cabin, and I was able to get this amazing shot. I was safe. I was away from her, but the power in how she walks and how she stares, I was able to capture. And all of that you can see in this picture. I didn't have to explain any of that to you. You could have assumed this picture in the woods, she took it. The bear is staring at her, so obviously there was some sort of connection made. I didn't have to give you that explanation. That picture tells its own story. So on your website, when people are coming to your site, are your pictures that powerful? Are they able to explain, this company has amazing customer service? Can you show that in a picture? Definitely. Definitely you can. Are your pictures showing why you do what you do? And then a little extra picture here. I wanted to show this one to you. We got snow here last weekend in Louisiana, and it kind of made me a little homesick. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, and winters in Pennsylvania get lots of snow, gets cold for a good 3 to 5 months, depending on the year. So that reminded me of this picture here. This is relatively close to where I grew up in Pennsylvania, and it is a massive field full of boulders. So this picture here, again, there's a story behind it. There's a lot I could say about this picture, but you are able to look at this picture and see a brief glimpse of how large this field of rocks actually is. You can see the different shapes, the different sizes, how green the trees are. You can see all of that through this picture. Be very careful with the images or the videos that you use on your website. You want to make sure that they are showing your company, your values of the company. They're helping the message of your website be told, because they're powerful. Pictures are extremely powerful. So first tip, make sure you use lots of pictures on your website and make sure they are very, very good pictures. You'll notice that in both of these pictures, the image quality is very, very high. You can actually see like hair or fur on this bear's face right here. They're crisp, they're clean. You want your pictures to do the same thing for your website. You don't want blurry pictures on your website. That's going to show a couple things to your viewers. It's going to show maybe you don't care. Maybe you're not professional. That's what the viewers are going to think when they see those pictures. So tip number one, make sure you use a lot of pictures, make sure they're very, very good quality and they're showing who you are and why you're doing what you're doing. Second tip, your website is a tool. Another word for that is means. It's a means to get something, right? Even if your website is a brochure website, so simply there so that people can see who you are, get information about you, there still needs to be a means or a result that you want from your website. It's a tool. Just because you put up a website doesn't mean you're automatically going to get new clients or you're going to make lots of money, right? You actually have to use the tool that's in front of you in order to help reach those goals. The power of the website or of a website comes from the people using it, not the people making it. So how you use your website after it's made is very, very, very important to actually converting viewers into clients. Here are 7 quick ways, and if you want more information on these, just let me know and I'll go ahead and give you more. 7 quick things that you need to have on your website in order to help you use it as a tool. So you got to have a clear description of who you are, clear, easy to navigate. So make sure the navigation at the top of the page makes sense. It's simple. I know what to do when I get to your site. Contact information is very easy to find. If I go to a website looking for a phone number and can't find one, I leave very, very frustrated. So make sure that contact information is easy to find. Make sure you have one main call to action. So you want to tell people what to do when they get to the site. That's your call to action. A place to capture leads. So we've been talking this whole time about converting viewers into clients. You can't actually do that unless you have some sort of funnel for them to go through. So if it's a contact form, if it's a sign up, a newsletter sign up, if it's a phone call that comes directly to you, make sure there's some way to capture those leads of the people who are coming to your site. Trust for your viewers. This is very, very, very important. There's a lot of fakeness out in the world, if that's a word. And you don't want your website to show that. You want to be able to give trust to your viewers. One way you can give trust to your viewers is through the security of your website. There's a lot of different things that you can do, but some quick things that I want you to remember. You want to add some sort of security backup that protects from malware and keeps the files of your site secure. You also want to make sure you have an SSL certificate. That's the little, it's a code that you add to your site that gives the little lock in the left-hand corner of the page, tells whether or not your website is secure. Those are quick 7 things that I want you to think through whenever you're working on your site to help use it as a tool for your company. And remember, just because you put a website up there doesn't mean it's actually going to do anything for you. All right. I'm going to give Rebecca here some time because this next part might take a little bit for her. So everyone who comments, we got to have their name down because we are about to pick the Starbucks winner. And then also, if you're just joining us now, you have a chance to win that $100 gift card to Amazon as well. All you have to do is go ahead and share this Facebook Live, and your name will be entered as well. So Rebecca, if you could start getting that list together as well, we'll go ahead and draw those in a quick second. So we talked about 353. Again, that stands for the 3-second rule, the 5 critical questions, and then the 3 C's of design. And if you have any questions on any of those please message me, let us know, put it in the comments. I would love to sit and talk with you about it, and even how your company could use those to better the tool, the website that you have in front of you. All right, so we are about to give away the Starbucks gift card. Again, if you are in the Central Louisiana area and you would like it to go to someone local, just let us know when you win, and we will go ahead and make that change for you. You'll see right in front of you, this is our team at Ugly Mug Marketing, right in front of our mural outside of our office. That's just a brief who we are. You'll see my information here as well. And then Dan is right next to me. He is the business development manager. And whenever you call Ugly Mug, or you reach out to us from our website or an email, he is one of the first people that you will talk to. He's going to walk through with you the goals behind what you're doing, what you're looking for, and then he'll help you decide, or he'll send you in the right direction on who you should talk to. So that's, whenever you'll call, either ask for me or Dan, and we'll be able to help you out with that. All right, Rebecca, are we ready for the coffee winner? You can go ahead and come over here. That way you can see who she is. She is right over here with the glasses. She's also going to come in the screen. All right. She has been helping me out here today. So who do we have for the Starbucks? If you can't see here, like, we have a little bag. Okay, do you want to pick?
Sure.
Go ahead. Who do we have?
Joshua Day.
Joshua, you have won again. That's awesome. We're going to go ahead and give you that gift card. Like I said, if you want it to be something local, we're all about supporting local businesses. So let us know and we will send that over to you. Okay, are you ready for the $100 gift card to Amazon? Here we go. Oh yeah, go for it. She has to take the coffee gift card out and put everyone who shared it. Okay, here we go. If I had like a drum, I would definitely do a drum roll right now. Who do we have?
Daniel Richard.
All right, Mr. Daniel, you have won the $100 gift card to Amazon. Guys, it's been a pleasure talking with you today. I'm so excited that I got to share this information with you. Like I said, we are here for you. We want to help you and your business succeed. And one of those ways is from taking casual viewers on your website to actually becoming a client. So make sure your website is walking through those 3 things that we talked about. The 3-second test, make sure you take it on your site or get somebody else to take it for you. Answer those critical 5 questions. Make sure the 3 C's of design are implemented on your site. Go ahead and use lots of pictures, and always remember that your website will do nothing if you don't use it as a tool. You got to be able to use it in order for it to help you. All right, guys, that's all I have today. Like I said before, any questions you have, we're here. We want to help you out. Give us a call, shoot us an email, check out our Facebook page. You can message us there as well. I hope y'all enjoyed the rest of your day. And yeah, let us know what we can do to help your business succeed. Bye, y'all.